I'm Melvin. This is Siobhan. We're the Watsons.
So we started on this journey. We planned to move to Africa. We didn't really know where,
Hmm.
and it's been on our hearts for some years, lots of years. I think as we got older, we were in a position to kind of implement some things.
Well, just a little history. We've been married for 17 years, um, and like a lot of people, this kind of COVID sat us down a little bit, and we had time to think and do some reflecting, I guess.
hmm So again, like I said, we made some changes in our lives. Just got older and decided to, instead of talking about it, let's be about it. So um, I'm not sure how it really started. If we just started watching a lot of
Yeah,
YouTube
we were watching a
videos.
lot of videos, and you know what? It almost maybe had started before that. We had did a ancestry test,
hmm
and I think
DNA.
that's what sparked
hmm
our interest.
That
That
was the beginning. So that was a few years ago. So those were Christmas gifts to ourselves.
yeah,
So we took those tests, and I mean, unfortunately, we can't trace our heritage all the way back, which is unfortunate because I know there's other cultures who can, but we had several different places where we could have originated from. So I think it was more Melvin who pushed towards Ghana.
and there was
Um,
just a lot of information out there. And the YouTubers that we were watching
mhm,
really sold it well. They
yeah.
sold it well. Just to mention a few, there was Miss Israel,
Alita Israel.
Alita Israel.
There was
She
Zaylock.
she's
Oh, yeah,
fantastic.
yeah.
Zaylock, yeah, I
23. I
mean
know.
23, Zolak 23,
And Russia Sayre.
Russia Sarah. He's very good. And there was a few more, but
hmm
just off the top of our
So
heads.
there's many we watch and follow, and then just generic things. We wanted to build a home. We knew we didn't want to go there and purchase. We wanted something specifically for us. So anytime we just see people who are building, it's just interesting to kind of see what they have, what roadblocks they run into, and kind of just some things we know. Um, so
Yep,
what was
that's
next? We finally booked a trip.
we booked the trip. I think we decided to book around December or so, and we set our tickets for May.
May. Yep, my birthday's in May. And we typically travel a lot in the winter, which is his birthday is in March. So we typically around wintertime,
Pisces.
spring, we usually travel quite a bit for his birthday and our anniversary, which is in September. But this year we chose to travel for my birthday, and Ghana won it. So our tickets were about $1,200. Again, we booked in December for May, and we had never checked before, but I was pleasantly surprised with the amount of money. I mean, I thought it was pretty inexpensive. We do a lot of traveling in general, so 1,200 to me was I thought was great.
And I had no point of reference. Her being our household accountant, I just kind of kick back and be like, "Wow,
So
okay,
how can we make it happen?
yeah."
So that's kind of how it all originated. So especially once the tickets were booked, we watched YouTube nonstop, um,
Daily.
literally for hours. I mean, so we looked up realtors. Just like I said, learned a lot of different things, researched some things.
We went there on a vacation slash real estate hunting
hmm
tour slash connecting back to you know
Yeah, our 100% goal was not to come home without land. So
right,
while
right.
we I think the first 3 days leading up to my birthday, maybe the day after is when we kind of you know.
Well, let's back up a little bit. Let's give them a little bit of the
Mm,
process because there
yeah.
was some things I was not prepared for um, in getting the just even getting the. I didn't know you needed a visa.
hmm
I thought passport was just what it says, a passport. You can go anywhere, but that's not the case.
That's not the case. So we've always had passports. We have for years, and you have to have that passport valid for 6 months prior to your trip. It cannot expire within that 6 month time frame. So we kind of, went on the Ghana Embassy website and saw
And
that.
use their, if you're going to go travel to Ghana or most any other country, use their embassy site. Just go to their official website. That's what you want to make sure that it has the country of your destination's official site. There are a lot of help sites out here that want to help you, but it's something that you can do on your own. Just go to their official site.
It's definitely doable. So we saw that we needed visas. We were actually kind of getting near our time. I forget exactly how long the visas could take. It's not as long as the passport, I know, but it could have taken up to 6 weeks. And I think by the time we started the process, we didn't have that long. Cut it kind of close.
Yep.
So we had to expedite. It wasn't maybe $100 more to expedite. And we also applied for a multi-entry visa. I thought we were going to get, I thought it was 2 years. But when we received the visa back, it was good for 5 years. So we can go back and forth for 5 years. Now, one of the things we had to do leading up to the visa is proof of COVID vaccination. And we also had to get a yellow fever shot. So we had to get the yellow fever. I would encourage you guys, like, we should have done more research. It was after we've had our shots that I found somebody else's video talking about.
Watch your videos.
Yeah,
Watch your videos. They're informative, and it'll save you from some of the pitfalls and potholes that you're going to inevitably run into, and maybe you can learn from somebody else's mistakes or somebody else's journey, just like we did. So hopefully this helps someone. And
in this case, we fell victim to the pitfall. I think we looked up an international traveling site for a doctor's office to get our vaccinations, and I want to say we paid close to $400 for these injections. And after that, I think I came across Alita Israel's video, and she may have said that her vaccination, that yellow fever vaccination, was like, I don't know, something ridiculously cheap, $20. And I was like, what the heck did I just do? So do some research. We were,
you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah, we were kind of getting down to the wire. So the first person or clinic that could get us in, we went, and we paid a little bit more for that. So just FYI. What else can we tell you guys?
Think about now. Say you've booked your flights, you've done your research, and you've gotten your visa. Think about your travel time and how your comfort level. This is a international flight, so it's 8-9 hours, maybe a layover. So think about when you want to arrive and small things like that. Like for me, I wanted to get there during daylight hours, just for my comfortability. But, so it's just small things.
And there were some arrangements we hadn't made, but also back to I want to say it was the yellow fever. One of the other things that were recommended was the malaria shot, and I think there's also pills that you can take. I think a week or two before the trip and a couple weeks after. So that's also something you may be interested in doing. Now, as far as the visa, you have to be within, is it 60 or 90 days of your travel date? So 90. So you can't apply for a visa 4 months out. You have to be within 90-day window to apply. So FYI, keep that in mind. So we have some friends going down there in December, and so they're kind of in their window to apply. So
don't get ahead of yourself.
I'm sorry. So I think that's all we have today. We will keep you guys posted.
And we're consciously trying to keep these videos 10 minutes and under. We know during the TikTok era, our attention span is kind of short. So we're just going to keep it, try to keep it short and concise and give you a little bit of information every time. Because we've already went pretty far on this journey. And so I think you guys will like what we're doing.
Thanks for watching. See you next time. Peace.